Hello everyone. This is Leslie Jouflas with Trading Live Online, and welcome back to your Daily 5. This is where we have about 10 minutes to present about 5 charts. Today, I'm going to be looking at some stocks from the telecommunications industry, and there's some stocks in there, individual stocks that are showing some pockets of strength. But as always, do your due diligence with any of the things that are presented here. If you like what I do and I work, please feel free to come visit me at my website, Trading Live Online, and my email is up on the screen. And feel free to send me an email at any time. So let's start out with looking at the index chart of the symbol is you put the dollar sign in front, XTC, because this is an index of the North American telecommunications. And so you can see from this chart, I've got a daily chart up. Oh, I thought this was a little bit longer term. Hang on just a sec. I'm going to check that because I think that's longer term. There we go. I actually wanted to go out to a monthly chart. So there we are. So we've got the monthly chart of XTC on, and you can see some really good history of this. So coming back to the lows of 2009, the end of that bear market, and the run up here, you can see that this has been really in a sideways consolidation since about 2014. It's had some, ups and downs with it. But right now, you can see that it's made the low in 2020 with that crash there and climbed up, made a new high right here, and then has been kind of consolidating that high. Well, I'm looking at a couple of indicators here, and there's some strength in the RSI, the way that that corrected with the price. And again, remember, we're on a monthly chart of this, and if we scroll down, we can see the MACD made some momentum highs there with that. So this is looking bullish to me. This is also looking almost like a classic cup and handle type of a pattern, just sort of a rounding type of a bottom with this particular chart pattern. So with that in mind, let's now take a look at a couple of individual stocks. This is a chart. I'm on a daily chart right now. We're going to go look at the weekly chart and the monthly chart of this as well. But this is showing some strength, definitely. You can see here that on these pullbacks, this market's popped back up again. This scooter that StockCharts uses as a type of relative strength is up in the bullish zone. The RSI is also showing strength. And if we look down here, the MACD is showing momentum with these highs. On balance volume has been rising. One thing to remember with on balance volume, this is not a bounded type of oscillator. This can just continue rising or falling. There's no 0 to 100 on this. And then we can see also on the money flow that the money flow is also bullish right now. So let's go out to a weekly chart. And the weekly chart definitely has been in a strong uptrend, as you can see. So right back here is where that little consolidation that we could see on the daily chart, and it's popped up to a new high from there. And RSI, the MACD has come up to new momentum highs. On balance volume is strong, and the money flow index also appears to be strong. Like to see this turn up just a bit more, but overall, I think this is showing strength in this particular stock. This is in the fixed telecommunications sector of the telecommunications industry. So let's go on and let's take another look at another symbol. We're going to look at T-Mobile right now. So again, let's start with the daily chart, and we're going to work up to weekly, monthly. I know a lot of analysts do monthly, weekly, daily, but I always tend to look at a little bit shorter time frame and then work my way out with it. It's just how I do it. You guys can do it however you're comfortable with. But again, this is looking down here. If we look at this section, this leg to the downside, a move up, another move down, a gap to the upside. This is really almost looking like an inverse head and shoulder pattern, even with this gap, and some retest back down just a little bit into that gap area. The scooter, this I would keep an eye on to see if this can continue rising and get above that 70 level. The RSI had been holding in a bullish level on these pullbacks here, so you do want to see that. The MACD has turned positive with this last little run up here. On balance volume, same thing. Would like to see this start to turn to the upside, and same with the money flow. So there's a couple things to watch on this. Symbol again, TMUS, T-Mobile. For United States, and to see if this is going to have a little more oomph to the upside. So with that, let's take a look now at a weekly chart. So the weekly chart we're seeing that this scooter appears to be turning to the upside. Just look down the daily. So again, you want to see this cross above this line here. Right now, it's sort of in the middle of this range. This looks to be about a 0.618 retracement from the highs of 2021 down to the lows in January of 2022. But we've got some nice bullish bars here, and then you can see that was actually a little A, B, C, D buy pattern, testing back almost halfway into that large candle. So this low right here, you definitely would want to see that hold as support. The lows of this long candle should be support, and without a doubt, this would be the maximum um, support level. If it broke this, I think if it broke some of these first, I think you'd be seeing some real negative price action, but definitely if it broke this. So also, if we look at the RSI here, the RSI does appear to be turning to the upside, and the MACD has been making nice momentum highs, and the on balance volume is moving to the upside, and the money flow has turned to the upside as well on this weekly chart. So this is one that you may want to keep an eye on for whatever you use as a setup for this would be a bullish a long type of a trade. But right in here, this is a little bit precarious because it's sort of right in the middle of this range. So you'd want to make sure that you've got a good setup for this and something where you can control the risk. Okay, the next chart we're looking at today is we've got the symbol TU, Telus Corporation. This is in the fixed telecommunications sector, and you can see the scooter up here showing strength. We're up above this baseline here around that 70-ish area. The RSI has been moving to the upside, or MACD on balance volume. Everything here is looking green. So let's take a look now at the weekly chart. The weekly chart, obviously, look at what happens when you go from one time frame to another. Look at the perspective that that can give. This came out of, a range here. We had this big drop to the downside in March 2020. So there's some sideways movement, kind of consolidated in here. You can see this gap broke to the upside, and it's been in a strong uptrend. Well, here the RSI is still confirming the uptrend. The MACD on balance volume. It looks like the money flow maybe is taking a little bit of a break there. But again, everything looks bullish on this. These are just a couple of moving averages which can be helpful for a trend. This is using the blue is a 10 and the red is a 21. Of course, you can use longer ones, but this has done a fairly good job of kind of hugging this uptrend, especially on the 21-day moving average. So you might be able to use those, watch those for some type of a pullback. And just a quick look at a monthly chart on symbol TU, and you can see the strength actually all the way from 2009. But here's a long consolidation like we just looked at a couple of charts ago. And then you can see this uptrend started, and then it went into quite a long consolidation, and then up, consolidate, and here the 2020, that was the drop, and that drop came down and kind of retested the center of that range there. And some of you that have followed me on here or from my website work, especially from my weekly market setups, I talk a lot about those center ranges, and those can be a magnet for price. And then since 2020, this has been in a steady uptrend. So I don't see anything here that just says that uptrend is going to end. You might want to look for, again, some type of a pullback in this stock. Okay, well, there's one in every crowd. And so symbol SIRI, Sirius, I'm sure everybody's pretty familiar with that name. And you can see just this choppy action on here. This is actually from here, X, A, B, C, D. That's actually what's called a butterfly cell pattern right now. But let's go out and take a look at a longer time frame. So on the weekly, you can see with that chopping back and forth, you can see this big range that this has been in. It just hasn't been able to get out of this range. But let's go to a monthly chart now. Let me just give that an update. And look at this. Look at how long this had the uptrend from 2009 all the way up to here. And it has been since 2018, it has been in this very, very long sideways range. Well, that's a very long time. I can't tell you when it's going to be coming out of this sideways range. However, with a pattern like this, if you make a notation of where the highs and the lows are, sooner or later it will be coming out of this range. And with this large of a coiling type of a pattern, my guess is it'll be an explosive type of a move. So that's one that you might want to just put on your watch list. But keep in mind that we've seen that up and down choppy move for a long time in this symbol, SIRI. So that's it. That's the charts that I have for you today. You might want to take a look yourself in the telecommunication stocks. There's different sectors within that industry that you can take a look at, different groupings of stocks. And I went through and found these ones. So I think that there's some pockets of strength going on, and what is overall sort of a very choppy up and down market right now. So I hope you enjoyed this this edition of Your Daily 5, and I will talk to you soon on another Your Daily 5 segment. Have a great day, everybody.
Hey guys, Dave Keller here with StockCharts.com. Thanks so much for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, and we hope you did, hit the like button right below. Also, we have so much new content every day. Consider subscribing to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button in the video or right below. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Have a fantastic day.